Now, in a Fox 21 special report, it might sound innocent enough, but Angelman syndrome is a tough diagnosis, especially for those without access to expert care.
That's why so many Angelman families end up here in Colorado to receive treatment at the Chromosome 15 and Related Disorders Clinic at Children's Colorado, a designated center of excellence and one of only 3 clinics in the world to earn this title.
When a child is born, so is a whole host of hopes and dreams.
When you hold your child for the first time, you play out their lives completely.
That's what happened when little Jonah came into the world on December 18th, 2020.
You think about, all the fun times that you're going to have with them growing up, and then kind of just as quickly that goes away.
Early on, the Protons could tell their son was different.
I started noticing around 5 months that he wasn't meeting milestones.
Initially, doctors downplayed their concerns.
We were starting to notice more and more things.
My gut knew something more was at play.
For more than a year, they pushed.
Finally, they did a neurological test, and then they did some genetic testing, and then that's when they realized, okay, he's got Angelman syndrome.
Finally, an answer.
Angelman syndrome is a genetic developmental disability.
And so many more questions.
It's an inherited disability that affects all aspects: speech, ability to perform activities of daily living, and mobility.
When I explain it to people, I say it affects mobility in every way. And when you think about mobility in every way, you don't really think about coordinating chewing, coordinating your tongue to speak.
When Jonah was diagnosed, Emmanuel, a pilot in the U.S. Air Force, was stationed in Mississippi.
There just wasn't specific care to Angelman there, and so we kind of just sprang into action, went, okay, how do we help him? I think we need to move.
Luckily, they landed here in the Centennial State, home of the Chromosome 15 and Related Disorders Clinic at Children's Colorado.
So we have a multidisciplinary clinic specifically for this diagnosis.
They knew Jonah's syndrome before we came in. They had treated children with Angelman syndrome.
Providers include neurologists, physical, occupational, and speech-language therapists, as well as genetic specialists, dietitians, and more.
It serves as a one-stop shop for families, so that way families can just take one day off of work and see multiple different specialties together.
It's changed our entire life, and I cannot say that enough.
It's been fun watching him progress as he's been learning to improve upon his mobility. He's still very young and has still a lot of potential.
Potential that Jonah works hard for every single day.
Yeah, that's good work.
And he does it all usually with a smile on his face, a classic characteristic of those with Angelman syndrome.
I think it's like the instinct of like, this is awkward, I'm just gonna laugh through it kind of a thing, because like very often we will find him like laughing at situations that aren't funny at all.
The Protons will be the first to admit that life isn't always heavenly.
I remember really struggling with, I just want him to live a full life.
But they have their own little angel helping them see the light.
What do I mean by a full life? Does going to college mean having a full life? Plenty of people don't go to college and they live full lives. Does being married make you have a full life? No.
What initially seemed like a devastating diagnosis has opened their eyes to a whole new world.
It doesn't have to be the worst possible thing.
I've always sort of come from a perspective of we need to be productive, I need to be at work, I need to do this, I need to do that, and Jonah kind of shattered that for me in the sense that I don't see him as a person of value based on what he can produce or what he can't produce.
And when times get tough, they lean on their faith and ask, what would Jonah do?
People can do hard things. People do hard things every single day, and Jonah does hard things every single day.
If he overcomes it every single day, who are we to sort of lie down and go, I can't take this anymore, I have to give up.
Jonah will never fly planes like his father or teach at the Air Force Academy, but he teaches those around him important lessons every day.
Everything that he produces is from a place of compassion, from a place of love. He has never met somebody he doesn't care for. He loves everybody. He's valuable, he contributes. It just looks different than what we're used to being told contribution and value looks like in society.
He's a cute boy. I love when you said he does it with a smile, because so many kids in these situations and these fights, they smile. Like they do it. They have to do it, and they do it. It's very inspiring.
It's just a really remarkable family. And the Prodons are hopeful that Jonah will be able to walk within the next year and that they'll be able to stay in Colorado Springs for the remainder of Emmanuel's service commitment. You can learn more about the Chromosome 15 and Related Disorders Clinic on our website, fox21news.com. Just an amazing resource that we have right here in Colorado.
All right, Abby, thank you.